Good morning to everybody. It's a very early start to the morning. It's about 5:15. The sun is just about to rise here. I'm up very early. I heard very good news that the wild dogs, the Pungwe pack, might have crossed into the Manyeleti, so I'm going to head straight down there, straight south, see if we're lucky to get them, and then also just stick around the main dam area maybe this morning. But yeah, the main goal is to try and find those wild dogs, so let's get going. Can't believe it, guys. The plans were paid off. The Pungwe pack, they're back. It's amazing to see the pups again. It's the first time we've seen them since they've left the Manyeleti, and obviously they've got a lot bigger. The pack's on the hunt here. They haven't eaten yet this morning. I did see some kudu as I was driving up here, so they might show some interest in those kudu, especially if there's a youngster in the group. Do apologize, I'm shooting straight into the sun here, but once they head further up the road, we'll get some better light on them. But just great to see them. There you can see the adults, and you can also see the kudu in the distance. It's the alpha female with that characteristic tooth. Adults are all waiting for the pups. Pups are further up the road just playing. Obviously got to be very vigilant, these adults, not just for food or prey, also worrying about the threat of lions. I mean, obviously you can see the pups are quite distracted there. They're busy playing around, and if they run into a pride of lions or pride of lion surprises them, even leopard, they will kill one of these dogs. We're on a road at the moment called power lines. You can see the power lines running on the right. It's So this will come from outside the reserve and feeds the Kruger National Park on our eastern border. Some of the adults have just moved off to the right here, so the rest of the pack's just listening for any sign of a kill, and they'll all rush in there. Some of the adults do have a bit of blood on their necks and their faces, so I think they've killed something very small. Often they run along the roads and they just flush out a scrub hare, and they tear that poor scrub hare apart, and only a couple of them eat. But as you can see here, they're still all hungry and they're still on a mission to hunt this morning. I haven't counted all the adults yet, but 11 pups at the moment. At first we had 13, if you remember, so we've lost 2 since they first started denning, which is a great success for these dogs. If more than half of the pups can survive, the pack's done very well. So it looks again like some of the adults killed something very small. They've just pulled the pups here and regurgitated for them. But not a lot of meat, a very small amount of meat. Guys, what an incredible sighting that was. I've just left these dogs. Unfortunately, they've moved into quite a big thicket. They've taken the pups in there. They're still on the hunt, but it's going to be very difficult to follow in there. But great to see the Pungwe pack again. 7 adults, 11 pups. So this pack's doing very well, and they're quite far, or they're deep into the Manyeleti, so we might be seeing them for quite a while now. So that's great news for us. But yeah, let me carry on north. I'm going to go and just check the main dam area again, see if I can get any sign of the Narus. And then I'm going to head up further, maybe to Kokomoya side. The male red-crested coron. You hear him calling there. They do that very elaborate display this time of the year. We've shown it before. Call it the suicide bird. Flies straight up in the air. Looks to attract a female, and sort of turns around mid-air and just falls straight to the ground. And just before it touches the ground, flares up, opens up, and lands perfectly. I was just following up on some vultures dropping down here and managed to find them on this large kudu carcass. It's quite interesting. Last week around the lodge we had hyenas bring down a large male kudu, and now judging by the tracks it was lions this time, but looks to be young male lions that brought down this large male kudu, and these vultures are just finishing up here. They're just basically picking away at the bits of meat around the bones and between the ribs. Incredible how quickly they can finish up a carcass. You can easily eat about 2 kilograms of meat in a very short space of time. Well, that brings us to the end of this morning's drive. A fantastic way to start with that Pungwe pack. Great to know that they're all doing well, and the pups are healthy, adults are healthy. So amazing way to start the drive that way this morning. A little bit quiet after that. It's turned out to be quite windy, but very nice to see those vultures coming down onto that kudu carcass, and just something different, and amazing to see how much I can actually finish within a very short time. So that's it for this week. I hope you all have a fantastic weekend, and we'll catch up with you again on Monday.